I've not been much in the way of a Harry Potter fan, and it shows in the fact that the majority of my wands have come from Geek Gear. But it has inspired me to buy quite a few, and I've got I've only got in out of all of the ones that I've got, the only one that I've actually bought, as in actually gone out and bought, is 4. There is quite a few characteristics to these type of wands and stories behind why I bought these. But we're going to have a little look through all of these wands, and we're going to see the kind of characters that they have. Stay tuned. So the first wand number 4 on the list has got to be Luna Lovegood's wand. Now this wand, originally, I actually missed on Geek Gear. This wand actually came a month before I started actually collecting the boxes that these wands came from, and as a result I didn't have this wand. So because I was going through all the past boxes, looking at other people's reviews, I noticed this wand and I said I've got to have that to my collection. At the time Geek Gear were doing characters, so I thought I might as well collect as many character wands as I could. But this one is just truly amazing, and it screams Luna Lovegood. Look at the flower that's on the end. It's just so amazing. It's a little plain, but I imagine it fits her kind of characteristics with the fact that it's got the little mystery wand bud at the end, and then you've got a plain wand, which just shows that she looks plain, but deep down she has quite an amazing character to her. And it's so amazing. If I did want to collect any more ones, there are quite a few ones that I would like to collect, but I may have to check my bank before I collect them. Number 3, Professor McGonagall. Professor McGonagall, I can't remember why I wanted to collect this wand. I was going through, I think I was looking for Luna Lovegood's wand at the time, and I spotted Professor McGonagall's, and I thought that is a fantastic wand. I mean, I believe that at some point she did become headmistress of Hogwarts, and the fact that she never became before with a wand like this is a mystery to me. It screams, oh, it's a bit broken, it screams loyalty. Look at the tip on the end there, and the kind of the kind of curvature in the wand. It's just so amazing, and it fits her kind of gentle character, but also the strictness of the curve here just screams her character so well. You'll notice with these ones, because these actually came from Noble Collections, that these actually have their characters' names on it, whereas with the Geek Gear ones it didn't have that. I had to actually research where the ones actually came from. But when you've got a characters, the ones have to kind of fit the characteristics of the characters, and Professor McGonagall's ones just fits her character to a T. I just love it. Number 2, the wooden wand. Okay, this one I'm kind of cheating a little bit, because this isn't exactly a Harry Potter's wand, but this is technically the first wand I ever collected. We were actually going to a Merlin exhibit in Warwick Castle, and we collected quite a few wooden swords, and this wand was sticking out of a basket, and I just went, I've got to have it. It's the kind of wand that I would imagine sorcerers having in those day and age. A random stick that they would have picked up from the ground, that they would have curved and carved into their own special little designs and held on, and this would have become their specific wand. I think Harry Dresden kind of has a similar thing with the fact that he's got a drumstick as his wand, and this is very, very similar. It's dull and it's plain, admittedly, but the fact that this is the first one had to put it up the list, unfortunately. But it's so cool. It's also battered, which shows how many times I've turned around with it. But it's so cool and so amazing. I don't know if this is still available at Warwick Castle, but if it is, certainly it's a wand to get. Number 1, Newt Scamander. I'm a Fantastic Beasts fan. Of course, this wand had to be number 1. This wand I actually got from Platform 9 and 3/4 shop in King's Cross. It's a replica. It's not an actual genuine wand that you can get from Noble Collections. It's one of the reasons I haven't got the Noble Collection ones. But this wand, the second I saw it, as a Fantastic Beasts fan, I said, that's happening. I'm getting it. It's got the kind of batterings and scars that Newt Scamander's wand would have had, particularly with his habit of sticking it in his mouth. I wouldn't recommend, but I think you can also see the teeth marks in the wand as well, from where he's probably put it in his mouth. And here is where the history of the wand truly comes in. My belief, I've got no evidence of this, but the story of Newt Scamander is that his wand was snapped in half as a show of the fact that he was expelled from Hogwarts. And he kind of rebuilt his wand based on the original wand structure. He still had one half of the wand, and he just kind of built the rest of the wand from this one wand. And this brown bit, which is, you'll notice, is a different colour from the rest of the wand. This brown bit, I believe, is the original wand structure. If anyone can clarify if they've worked out which of these bit of the wands is actually from the original wand, I'd love to hear it. My bet is that this is the original part, and then this brown bit is the remaining parts of the wand. Also, with the fact that it's got this little breakage here, which probably shows where it's been snapped. But it's just a truly amazing and fantastic wand. And this threw me a little bit, because I wondered whether there was supposed to be a decoration here, which may or may not have fallen out at some point during his adventures. But when you've got a character like Newt Scamander, you expect the wand to be battered, you expect the wand to have a little bit of history, and this wand screams the kind of history this wand would have had. I imagine with Crimes of Grindelwald and Secrets of Dumbledore, the wand has probably had more batterings now than it should have, but it's just a truly amazing wand, and I just love it, and I think it's a really creative wand. Now, you'll notice that out of all of the wands, I only have 4 of them. Unfortunately, they're the only 4 that I've been able to collect on my own, not through Geek Gear. That might change in the coming years, I don't know, because I'm trying to save in my wand. There are a few ones that I am interested in getting, one of which is Jacob's now got a wand. It'd be nice to have, or at least have a small version of the replica of that wand, because I can imagine that wand would have been quite plain, it would have been quite simple, it looks bent. So it either would have been a random spare wand from an expelled student that Dumbledore would have had, or personally made by Dumbledore for Jacob himself. There's my hope that if there are any more of the Fantastic Beasts films, that they do expand on Jacob's character a little bit more. So from me, as always, I'll catch you guys again soon. Lumos!